Good morning, dear children. Welcome to SST class. Today also we will continue our revision work. Today we will do Geography chapter 2, Globe, Latitudes and Longitudes. Dear students, in the previous chapter we have learned that Earth is not a sphere. It is slightly flattened at the north and south pole and little bit bulge in the middle. From a globe you can get an idea about the shape of the earth. Okay. Globe is a true model, miniature form of the earth. Miniature form means a small version. You will notice that a needle is fixed through the center of the globe. Okay, from North Pole to South Pole in a tilted manner. It is called its axis. Okay, but the real earth has no such needle. It moves around its own axis, which is an imaginary line. Earth moves from west to east. We know that. Now we will learn about another imaginary line, which is equator. Okay, equator is running from west to east. It is a circular line. Okay, and it is at the center between the two poles, North Pole and South Pole. It divides the earth into two equal halves. The northern half of the earth is known as northern hemisphere and the southern half is known as the southern hemisphere. They are both equal. Okay, now move to parallels of latitudes. All parallel circles from the equator up to the poles, means up to the north poles and south poles, are called parallels of latitudes. These lines are parallels of latitude. Okay, this dotted line is equator. Latitudes are measured in degrees. The equator represents the 0 degree latitude. Since the distance from the equator to the either of the poles is 1/4 of a circle around the earth. Listen very carefully. The distance from the equator to the either of the poles is 1/4 of a circle which is around the earth. Okay, it will measure 1/4 of the 360 degree. Why 360 degree? Because a circle has an angle of 360 degree. So 1/4 of 360 means 90 degree. Thus 90 degree north latitude mark the North Pole and 90 degree south latitude mark the South Pole. Okay, all parallels north of the equator are called north latitudes. All the parallels north of the equator are called north latitudes, and similarly all the parallels which are south of the equator are called south latitudes. As we move away from the equator, the size of the parallels of latitude decreases. You can see here the parallels of latitude are decreasing towards the pole. The value of each latitude is followed by either the word north or south or by the capital N or S. For example, both Chandrapur in Maharashtra and Belo Horizonte in Brazil are located on parallels of 20 degree latitude. Okay, but Chandrapur is on 20 degree north. Okay, 20 degree north of the equator. And Belo Horizonte is on 20 degree south of it, means in southern hemisphere. Chandrapur is in northern hemisphere and Belo Horizonte is in southern hemisphere, but both are in 20 degree latitude. Okay, now some important parallels of latitude. Equator is 0 degree. Tropic of Cancer 23.5 degree north. Then Arctic Circle 66 and half degree north. Then North Pole 90 degree north. Both are in all these lines are in northern hemisphere. Then Tropic of Capricorn 23 and half degree south. Then Antarctic Circle 66 and half degree south, and South Pole 90 degree south. All these lines are in southern hemisphere. Next, we will move to our next topic, heat zones of the earth. On the basis of heat received from the sun, the earth can be divided into 3 heat zones: torrid zone, temperate zone and frigid zone. Torrid zone. Torrid means hot. Okay, this region lies between the Tropic of Cancer and Tropic of Capricorn and receives maximum amount of heat throughout the year because the rays of sun falls vertically on this region. And midday sun is exactly overhead at least once a year on all latitudes in this area. That's why it receives maximum amount of heat and it is called torrid zone. Next, move to temperate zone. Temperate means moderate, that is neither very hot nor very cold. The region between Tropic of Cancer and Arctic Circle in the northern hemisphere and the region between Tropic of Capricorn and Antarctic Circle in southern hemisphere are the temperate zone. In these zones, the midday sun never shines overhead on any latitude. The angle of the sun's rays goes on decreasing towards the poles. That's why these zones have moderate temperature and this zone is called temperate zone. Now, frigid zone. Frigid means very cold. Areas lying between the Arctic Circle and the North Pole in northern hemisphere and Antarctic Circle and South Pole in the southern hemisphere are very cold. Here, sun's rays are always slanting and provide very less heat. So, these zones are called frigid zone. Now, move to our next topic. What are longitudes? To fix the position of a place, it is necessary to know something more than that of the latitude. Okay, of that latitude of that place. Okay, for example, Tonga Island and Mauritius Island are situated on 20 degrees south latitudes. Both are situated on 20 degrees south latitude. To locate them precisely, we must find out how far east or how far west these places are from a given line of reference, which is running from the North Pole to the South Pole. These lines of references are called the meridians of longitude or lines of meridian. These lines are lines of meridian or lines of longitude. Okay. Distance between the lines of longitude are measured in degrees of longitude. Each degree is divided into minutes and each minutes into second. They are all semicircle. Look at the picture. These all lines are semicircle and the distance between them decreases towards the poles. You can see in the picture distance between them is decreasing, okay, towards the poles and becomes 0 at the poles. When it goes to, when these lines meet in the North Pole or in the South Pole, okay, distance between them becomes 0. They are all equal length. You can see these all lines are equal in length. Okay. Now, what is prime meridian? Okay. What is prime meridian? Look at this line. This dotted line. Prime meridian. What is prime meridian? The prime meridian is the imaginary line used to indicate 0 degree longitude that passes through Greenwich. It is also known as Greenwich meridian. Okay, it with 180 meridian divides the earth into two equal halves. This line also divides our earth into two equal halves, the eastern hemisphere and the western hemisphere. This zone is called eastern hemisphere and this zone is called western hemisphere. So the longitude of a place is followed by the letter E for the east and W for the west. And 180 meridians are there in the eastern hemisphere and 180 meridians are there in the western hemisphere. And total they are 360 in number. Now, it is very easy to locate any point on the globe by using grid of latitudes and longitudes. Okay, what is grid? Look at the picture. Latitudes and longitudes intersect each other in this picture. So, this is called grid of latitudes and longitude. Okay, for example, Dhubri in Assam is situated at 26° north latitude and 90° east longitude. Where these two lines cut each other, that point will be the location of Dhubri. Okay, where 26° north latitude and 90° east longitude cut each other, means meet each other, that point will be the location of Dhubri in Assam. To understand this clearly, draw equidistant vertical and horizontal lines on a paper like this picture. Okay, label the vertical rows with numbers 1, 2, 3, 4 and horizontal rows with letter A, capital A, B, C, D, E. Okay, with numbers and letters A, B, C, D, E. Okay. Now, draw some small circles randomly on points where each horizontal and vertical line intersect each other. Name these small circles as A, B, C, D, E. Let vertical line represent east longitude. All these vertical lines represent east longitude. Okay, and these horizontal lines represent north latitude. Okay, these horizontal lines represent north latitude. Now you will see that circle A is located on B degree north latitude and 1 degree east longitude, isn't it? Now you have to find out the location of other circles. Now move to our next point, longitude and time. The sun is the best timekeeper throughout the world. The shadow caused by the sun is shortest at the noon and the longest at the time of sunrise and sunset. When the prime meridian has the sun at the highest point in the sky, all the places along this meridian will have midday or noon, and it is the local time of prime meridian. Time is the same in all places which fall in a same longitude. Okay. As the earth rotates from west to east, the countries in the east get sunrise earlier than western countries. That's why Japan is called the land of rising sun. Those places east of Greenwich will be ahead of Greenwich time, and those to the west will be behind of Greenwich time. The earth takes 24 hours to complete one round of an angle of 360 degree. That means earth rotates 360 degree in 24 hours. It rotates 15 degree in 1 hour. If it take 24 hours to complete 360 degree, then obviously it will take 1 hour to move 15 degree. And similarly, it will take 4 minutes to rotate 1 degree. Okay. For example, if it is 12 o'clock noon on prime meridian, if it is 12 o'clock noon on prime meridian, it will be 1 o'clock afternoon at 15 degree east, and 2 o'clock afternoon at 30 degree east, and so on. Similarly, on 15 degree west meridian, it will be 1 hour behind, and that is 11 a.m. 1 hour behind from 12 noon, that is 11 a.m. And on 30 degree west, it will be 2 hour behind, that is 10 a.m. and so on. Okay, it will goes like this. Now move to our next topic, that is, why do we have standard time? Now listen, India is a very vast country. Latitude 68 degree east in Gujarat to 97 degree east in Arunachal Pradesh. Okay, look at the picture. 68 degree east in Gujarat to 97 degree east in Arunachal Pradesh. Okay, there is a difference of about 1 hour and 45 minutes in the local timings of Dwarka in Gujarat and Dibrugarh in Assam. Thus, it will be difficult to prepare a timetable for trains which cross several longitudes, isn't it? It is therefore necessary to adopt the local time of some central meridian of a country as a standard time for that particular country. Okay, in India, the longitude of 81.5 degree east, 81.5 degree east is treated as standard meridian. This is, okay, 81.5 degree east is treated as standard meridian, and the time of this meridian is the standard time for the whole country, for the whole India. It is known as the Indian Standard Time, IST. The standard time of different countries is different. Okay. The longitude that passes through the Greenwich is called the prime meridian. We know that the time at the prime meridian is called the Greenwich Mean Time, GMT, which is standard time for UK. Take an example. The Indian Standard Time is 5 hours and 30 minutes ahead of that Greenwich, because India is to the east of Greenwich. When it is 12 o'clock noon on Greenwich, what will be the time in India? We are 5 hours and 30 minutes ahead. So our time will be 5 hours and 30 minutes ahead from Greenwich time. So it will be 5:30 p.m. in India. Okay. In this way, we calculate the time. We calculate the standard time. So this was the last topic of this chapter. Okay. Here we end the chapter. Now move to exercise portion. Here we have some questions. Then tick the correct answer and then fill in the blanks. Okay. At first, read the chapter very carefully and then try to do these exercises. Next day, we will discuss the exercises and I will give the PDF of the exercises. Okay, that's all for today. Thank you. Have a nice day.